Hello, it's Karen Burniston here with a preview video for our June 2025 release, and you can check out all of our products at karenburniston.com. This release features 10 new die sets, one of which comes with a little 2x2 stamp set included, and then 5 additional new clear stamp sets. With our brand, we're all about adding on new looks to our existing dies and stamps. So in our last release, we had some fishing items, fishing boat add-ons, and some fishing phrases clear stamps. And then in this release, by request of our logistics manager, Sue, we have some fishing lure charms. And here's an example of all those dies being used together, this one by Jen Webster. You don't have to use the fishing lures with the boat. Here's a great tackle box card by Nikki Foden. For the graduate, we have some new graduation elements and some grad greetings clear stamps. Now the robe that's included in the graduation elements is sized to fit perfectly on our Paper People die set. So here's a good example by Lois where she's used the Paper People with the robe and the graduation elements along with that congrats banner and those new clear stamps. Or maybe you're using those robes and banners for something different. Lois shows here a great idea for using them for a Harry Potter theme. So we previously released a popcorn die with some popcorn clear stamps, and now we have our new movie night charms and movie night clear stamps. And all of those dies are going to coordinate so nicely together. So here's a great movie night card by Lois. Here's a happy birthday card by Suzanne Smith featuring the movie night charms along with the popcorn. And then if you notice on the right side picture, the owl is coming up from behind the popcorn. And that is made using our new interactive die set in this release called the Whirly Wheel. And a companion clear stamp set that works great with the Whirly Wheel is the Whirly Wheel Words clear stamp set. Okay, let's see that die in action. So the Whirly Wheel has a wheel, as the name implies, and as you spin that wheel, it's going to lift an item up out of a slot, fly it across the card, and then back down again. So it's one of those dies that's just ridiculously fun to play with. You find yourself, you can't spin it just once. The Whirly Wheel works great on an A2 size card, so here's one by Sue Small Kreider. Here, Fishy Fishy, using those new fishing lure charms. What I like about the Whirly Wheel is that it's the spinning of the wheel that creates the interactive part, so you can use that on the front of the card. It is also slimline friendly, so here's another one by Sue in a fishing theme, and this time she got very clever and she doubled the Whirly Wheel, so she's got 2 wheels being spun at the same time here. She has promised to do a video on how she created that. We have a new curved edges die set that works particularly well with the Whirly Wheel, but will also work on its own and with other items. There is also the leaping animals and then the birthday magic clear stamps. The curved edges are 4 1/4 inches wide. You get clouds, grass, and waves. Here's a card by Lois, wishing you a happy birthday, Whirly Wheel, and those curved edges and the porpoise from the leaping animals. And Lois shows here that the interactive part of this card is on the front, and so then the inside she just has a place to write a greeting. Another way to use the Whirly Wheel is with the included frame that comes in the die set. And what you can do is you can animate the frame, filling it with anything. And then another fun idea is to put a hidden greeting behind it so that as the wheel spins the frame up, you get a hidden reveal. Now this is a card by Lois where she also put a pop-up on the inside. So graduation card, use the oval frames pop-up, those new graduation elements with the Paper People, and the new grad greetings clear stamps. And then another idea by Lois, a slimline card with a hidden unicorn that is revealed with the wheel. Okay, moving on to the other new interactive die in this release, and that is the Arch Pop-Up, and then shown here with a companion die, the Party Balloons. So on its own, the Arch Pop-Up makes a generic arch that can be decorated for any theme. It coincidentally kind of looks like a sassy monster before it's decorated, so maybe you're going to lean in and decorate it that way. Otherwise, you're just going to completely cover that arch with whatever you want to cover it with. So like I said, the Party Balloons is a great choice. You can make a balloon arch for any occasion. So this is a happy birthday card. Here's one by Lois that is a 4th of July card. Red, white, and blue colors. Great for patriotic cards. And then here's one by Sue Small Kreider where she made a graduation card. So again, just covering your arch with whatever you want to cover it with will make it generic and suitable for any occasion. Here is a wedding version by Nikki Foden. In this case, she covered it completely with flowers and then added some trees on some of the extra platforms. So it really is just sort of a generic platform that can be decorated for any theme. The arch pop-up is slimline friendly. Here's a great card by Frances Byrne where she completely covered it with hearts. And then Sandy Diller with a graduation version. Now the congrats banner in those new graduation elements will fit between the middle platforms of the arch. We do consider the arch pop-up to be a foundation die, and so that means that there will be add-ons for it. And the first add-ons is in this release. It's the rainbow add-ons, and there are also the rainbow greetings clear stamps. The rainbow add-ons will convert that arch into a pop-up rainbow, and it does come with the clouds and the sun as well. Here's a slimline card by Sue Small-Kreider where she created the arch with the rainbow add-ons, and then she also used that new leaping animal frog, but also the frog that comes in the Bayou animal, so those two frogs work great together. Having just said goodbye to our sweet 16-and-a-half-year-old Katie, I really appreciate this rainbow sympathy card by Lois. There is stamps on the stamp set that say, sorry for your loss, and then the inside greeting would say, forever loved, forever missed, waiting at the rainbow bridge. So great way to make a pet sympathy card. Rainbows and unicorns go great together, as you can see in this great card by Frances Byrne, combining a lot of the dies and stamps from the new release. The last new die is Display Helpers, and that does come bundled with a little 2x2 stamp set to kind of explain to the recipient how to use those dies. The slot dies that are in the set are used to keep your 180-degree cards open for display. So that's particularly nice for things like boats and cakes and things where you've got a lot of stacked folds that are kind of fighting you being able to keep that card open fully flat. The paper clip slots will do that for you. And in this set, you get two sizes. So you get the same size that's in the cruise ship add-ons, and then you get one that's a little bit larger for those larger paper clips. All right, now let's talk about displaying those 90-degree cards that have pop-ups inside. So here's this triple teacup card, and it's got a lot of weight, and it tends to fall forward. Or maybe I get it to a position where I can display it, but then it's likely to fall backwards. So if I want to hold that open perfectly for display, I can include these little lift dies in the card. Okay, so I'm just going to fold all three folds as valley folds, meaning I'm folding towards myself. And then the outer two panels are going to glue across the fold of the card, just like that. And you've got one that is for the left side of the card and one for the right, but you only need one. I mean, you can certainly put two in there, but one will usually do it. Okay, so after you've glued that in, then you just have to lift that center section and it will hold that card open perfectly for display. And then if you want to close the card, you just push it back in. And then to help your recipient understand the display helpers, there is that little clear stamp set that comes included with the die. So you could just stamp that out, cut it out with some kind of little decorative shape, and then just include it maybe loose in the card so that they understand that that is a display helper. And when they want to display the card, they just have to lift up the tab. So just a little side-by-side comparison there of the same card, one with the display helper and one without. Here's a very sparkly card by Sue Small-Kreider. She's got the Whirly wheel on the front, the unicorn coming out saying happy birthday. And then inside the card, she added the Lorna label. Birthdays are better with glitter and unicorns. Let's celebrate. Now this is one that's falling forward, but what she did is she used those display helpers. So she put one on either side, used the little stamp set to show them what to do. All they have to do is pull that tab up and it'll display nicely. One last card to show, and this one's by Nikki Foden. Happy birthday card. I like her Whirly wheel action on the popcorn where she added some additional little spokes to the arm so that the popcorn is kind of more full as it comes out and pops and flies around. On the inside, she made a little labels pop up. And again, that one is kind of falling forward, but because she added the display helpers on, in her case, both sides, just have to lift those tabs up and that card will stay open. And then all you have to do when you want to close the card is just push those back in and the card will close. We will be featuring dies from this new release in our virtual class for August and our Zoom class for September. These new dies and stamps will be available on our website, KarenBurniston.com, starting June 16th, 2025. They will also be available at a lot of your favorite local and online retailers. Thanks for watching.